But the best advice, do not skip the home inspection. Always, always, always get a professional to check out the property. And I'm telling you, I've had it. We always advise our clients to get a home inspection. Yes, you get the seller's disclosure and everything should be on there. But there are things the sellers don't even know that may be wrong with the property. Yeah. I mean, and that's where you want a professional. Home inspection lasts about, 2 to 4 hours, maybe a little more, depending on how big the home is. And, you're probably looking about $500-$600 in total, because there's radon, there's termite, which again, I recommend getting those as well. But I've heard some horror stories, and I've seen some horror stories, unfortunately, where somebody declines the home inspection. They get in, they find they have foundation issues, which a home inspection usually can tell you if there's something wrong with the property there. Had another one that they were a home inspector in the past, and I don't need a home inspection. And there was all sorts of issues after they moved into the house. So don't skip the home inspection. You definitely want to. All right, there we go. We're back.
I know that it's somewhere between $400 and $600 between the size, right? But it's absolutely worth that amount of money. And if you think about it, if you're putting up $1,000 earnest money deposit and you get that back at closing, it's almost like the inspection kind of will pay for itself in the end. So never skip the inspection. It's absolutely worth it to find out anything you need to know, even if you're, like you mentioned, that even if you're buying the home as is and you're going to take it in that condition, do the inspection just for your own personal knowledge. There's no reason to skip on that.
Yep, and we can recommend some great home inspectors as well that we work with and do a really good job. And what I really like too, and what I tell my clients all the time, the home inspection is a time for you and the home inspector to go through the home. When you first do showings of the home, I mean, you're maybe in the home 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 at the most generally. We're not looking at the furnace, the water heater, all the mechanics of the home. This is the time where I say, as a buyer, you go, I always recommend that you go through the whole thing. Don't just meet the inspector at the end, because there's a lot of things on that list. Even a new construction home. Don't even skip on new construction home either, because I've seen a lot on new construction home. Nobody's perfect, okay? So there's a long list, and if you're not there for the whole thing, that list can be overwhelming and scary, and you may say, well, I don't want this home anymore. But there's just a lot of stuff. It's just, again, the home inspector's job is to point everything wrong with the property. If there's a crack in the outlet cover plate, they're going to put that on there. Does it mean that it's not a great home?